Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today guys, I've decided to take you with me to go buy unga for us to cook African porridge. To cook African porridge. So now I'll be taking you to my vendor and showing you the types of unga that he has and the type of ungas that he's going to be putting ready for my son to take. And yeah, hope guys you're going to enjoy this video. And something else guys, for those who are my returning subscribers, kumbuka mnapendwa sana by me. And for those of you who are watching and you have not subscribed, guys, please make sure to watch, subscribe, and like and comment and leave me a comment. I'll highly appreciate, guys. So guys, at this point he was telling me that the mixture he's going to be giving me is only 2 types, and I was like, nah, don't want 2 types, add at least an extra 1 type so that like it doesn't, okay, like it gets stronger, what can I say. Yeah, so yeah, he placed one that is called heho. Heho is the Kikuyu name for cold. Another one called wimbi. No, I don't know wimbi. I don't know how to describe wimbi. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so there is wimbi, and also there was mhogo. Mhogo is, what is mhogo? Okay, yeah, and mhogo. Those are the 3 types that we mixed for my baby. And then guys, these ungas, most of the time you find they have particles of soil. So what people normally do, every time after you've bought and measured and everything, you will sieve with a sieve so that you may be able to remove all those particles. So since my vendor is, let me say, is super close to me, he said that I was the one who was supposed to do all that because he had some more customers. So he went to attend to the customers as I was doing the job for myself. Guys, I'll not lie to you, this job is super like difficult. Like it's very, okay, should I say it's heavy on the hand. And guys, I'm sorry I didn't have angles to film at this point, because you know there were many customers and I didn't want a situation where I'm attracting everyone's attention. So like, don't mind my angle, but then at least you're getting what I'm doing right there. So yeah, it's good to sieve so that you may remove all the funny particles that may affect.
I know the air I'm breathing, it's no good for my lungs. I do this every season, I hate when summer comes. I fall into a trap that I made by myself. Oh, and I always do the wrong thing. I'm unstable and I'm unsteady, I've lost 1,000,000 times already, and I'm so sorry, but I'm not able to slow me down.
Guys, it was now time to start cooking, and yeah, I was prepping my things that I'm supposed to use. So to start with, I placed the water on the sufuria so that it can be heated, and then I put some water so that I may mix the unga with the water so that it may, I don't know, yeah, I just mix the unga with the water right before I put it in the boiling water. And then I don't know why, but I always find myself measuring the spoons, but most of the time I don't even follow much, but I try to work with 5 spoons so that it may be not too much, and as well as it may not be too little for my son. So yeah, that is what I do. And yeah guys, so okay, don't mind whatever I was doing right there. I got at some point, I realized, would this be less? Because I don't know, I was not conscious when I was counting. So I just had to repeat and add some more, which made it 6 spoons. But after all, it wasn't like too much to use, you know, it was just enough. And then when you're mixing, it's good you make sure you mix completely well so that your porridge may not get lumps. Sometimes you cannot evade the lumps, but then it's good to try your best to evade them. But if they come through, you gotta have to take it regardless, you know. So yeah, that is what I was doing there. I was trying to make sure it gets to the consistency that I'm okay with. And yeah, as the water was boiling, right there.
Winter's here, the snow is falling, not a car.
Guys, I forgot to tell you about my ingredients. So what I was using was water in the sufuria, yeah. Then I was using the unga, the mixture of different types for the porridge. And then something else I was also going to use was milk. I always add milk to my son's porridge so that it may lose that dark color, and also it may add to the taste. And then I'll add a little sugar so that it may have some taste, you know, just for that, as in so that it may not taste so weird for him as for a start. And by this time, guys, the water had already boiled. Now what I do, I will take some, should I say, a little water, so that in case of the consistency is not okay, I can always add more. It's easier to lighten the consistency than to make the consistency heavier, so I prefer fetching some water. And then before I add the mixture to the water, I'll first like stir it again, because sometimes, you know, because of those minutes that it was just lying there, it may have like gone down the unga. So like I'll stir it, and then after I add to the water, I stir all the way. I stir and stir and stir and stir until I can see that the porridge is boiling, because the minute you don't do that, you increase the chances of getting the lumps. And then also, when you find that the consistency is more thicker, now you can use the water that you fetched right before, so that you may lighten the consistency, guys. So yeah, that is what I normally do, and that is why I fetch water before. But then this trick I was taught by my mom, because myself, I really didn't know that that's a thing, and it's something that can be helpful for my cooking. So like every time when I didn't fetch the water, my mom would be like so mad at me and kelelesha me, you know, quarrel me every time. And I'm like, okay, I got to some point where I'm used now. Right now, I make sure I fetch that little amount and put it aside. So yeah, guys, now here the porridge is getting to a boil, and yeah, I was doing something else. I was preparing the food at the other side, and that's why you're just seeing the pot boiling and boiling and boiling. Okay, I normally leave the porridge like to boil for like around 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes, because this unga is usually like very, let me say, easy to cook. It's not the tough one that you have to take long watching it to get to a boil. No, this one just takes a little time and it's all good. So now here I was waiting for it to get to that boil as I was preparing food. After those 3 to 5 minutes, I now add my milk, and I add as I'm stirring, so that I might be able to be, so that I can be comfortable with the consistency. So I cannot get to a point where I'm like, oh my god, it's too light. Oh, no. I just add it small, little by little, and while stirring, so that I may check the consistency. And when I'm contented with the consistency, that is when at least I'll stop adding the milk to the porridge. And then after that, I'm gonna add in the sugar, but then I don't add a lot of sugar. But then it said that cooked sugar is better than uncooked sugar, so that's why I add at this point, so that finally, after I stir it and I feel like it's totally mixed, I can now leave it for another 3 to 5 minutes, so that you may hit another boil, so that the milk and the sugar can also hit another boil, and then the porridge can be ready for my son. So guys, yeah, let's go for another commercial break.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing.
And finally, my porridge was ready. Everything was all good, and it was time to pack it up for my son so that he may carry his porridge to the daycare. So I always pack in this container, because there in the daycare they have a microwave. So when they cook, when you take the cooked food, what happens before the baby is given, it is heated. So like I don't mind putting it here instead of in a thermos, because sometimes you put in a thermos and you find that the porridge is destroyed, has gone bad or something. So I prefer putting it in this container, since they're going to heat it while it's time for him to take it. So guys, yeah, this is how I do it. You see what I was telling you, sometimes you can never avoid the laps, but then you see they're just tiny ones and they're few ones, but then they were not that bad, because the porridge at the end of the day was all good. I also drank it. I also drink a little bit that remains. So guys, that is just how I prepare my porridge. That is what I do like every morning, and that porridge is usually for my son for the day, that is, as in the porridge he's going to be taking all day. And yeah, that is my African way of cooking porridge, and hope you like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you've not subscribed guys, remember to subscribe. Thank you, and bye bye guys.